Many years ago, a nutritionist friend of mine named Mary Claire shared with me an insight that I understand most nutritionists know, but I certainly didn't, and that is that more of us suffer from thirst than hunger. She said that just 2% drop of water in our body equals about a 10 to 15% drop in energy. Let's face it, I'm sure many of us at one time or another, when we feel low energy, we grab a Snickers bar, or we get a cup of coffee or a sandwich, rather than thinking, maybe I need some water. We forget that much of what makes up our body is water. As we look at the first reading, the prophet Isaiah is tapping into a very important and powerful symbol for this desert people. And remember, the sacred scriptures were written from the perspective of the desert people for a desert people. So unlike us, who can just go to the tap and turn on the water, or buy a bottle of water, it was not always true. Wars were fought over this, continue to be fought. And this is how the rich often would hold poor people captive, and that is guarding the wells that were there. So this image is powerful as we look at what is the message. The message is that God alone satisfies our thirst. I'd like you to think about something and give us some serious prayer, and it's this. Behind every urge, behind every yearning, behind every desire, really is God. As you begin to really take that on board, you recognize why the prophet would use this powerful image. So often we get caught up in the day-to-day drudgery of looking at what needs to be done. And there's a place for that. We must always remember that the things that we desire, people we yearn to be with, all these things, God is there in invisible form. Why is this so important? Because that's how God gets us. But unfortunately, we forget this. So we give ourselves into things like materialism. We give ourselves into nationalism, to militarism. We fill in the blanks. It's these isms. Why? Because we feel strong, energetic, powerful for a while. And after a while, that wears away. And we're back to feeling thirsty and hungry. God gets at us in the simplest of ways. Because God knows we need to breathe, we need to eat, we need to drink, we need to be in relationship. Does this sound familiar to you in your life? This is why Jesus came and used so often the language is, I am the one who will satisfy you. I am the one who will nurture you. I am the one who will forgive you, bless you, heal, all those things. Because Jesus is speaking to our deepest yearning, our deepest desire, and that is to be loved, to be named, to be received as we are, and yet called to be all that we are, God's beloved. This is why John the Baptist was called the greatest of all the prophets, because that's the message he proclaimed. And he recognized his cousin as the one who was going to fulfill that and embody that. And so even his own disciples were sent by John the Baptist to go and be with John. So we too, in our own lives, in our own work, our own relationships, are doing the same. It's to always remember what our ultimate yearning is for, and secondly, to keep sending people to Jesus, because they too will be satisfied at the deepest levels of their being.